Okay, recording.
Okay. Today we're going to learn how to do x-rays down in B28. Okay. What you need is your x-ray film and your tooth, basically, and maybe a little bit of
You want me to zoom in?
blue wax. If you want. This is zoom here. Okay. If you want to do 2 x-rays on one film, you could put one of the lead foils from an empty x-ray film on top of there. Put your tooth on there with a little bit of wax, blue periphery wax. Position the cone of your x-ray machine here. The on switch is underneath the machine right here. Okay. Now we just step back here and okay. You push the button and it took the film. Instead of using the lead, you can use just maybe double or triple up some of this foil here. Okay, so we take this off, take that off, switch this to the other side, like so. And this allows you to get your proximal and facial profiles onto one radiograph. May not come out well. Okay. And next up is developing. You can pause. I forgot to mention for the x-rays that the plain side faces the x-ray tube, not this side, but this side. And also, just hold the button until it's done developing and it beeps. Usually beeps at least. Okay, so for developing, this is our hand developer. This is for lead scraps only, as it says. Please do not put anything in here other than the lead scraps. Some of them look like that. Okay. For our developers, right on top, it does tell you about how to develop it in case you forget what I'm telling you. It's based on temperature. Okay. Basically, it's about 20 degrees in here. So we're going to go with about 23 seconds for developer and at least 45 seconds for fixer. The reason I say that is developer, you can over or under develop something. You cannot over fix something. So if we open this up, we see, first of all, we have our lid here to block the light. We have developer, water, fixer, and water. Normally I close these, they don't have to be closed, but the developer especially will kind of go bad after a while just being on the air, so a lot of times I'll just close it. I don't always clip it closed, but just close it a little bit. Big thing first too, clean up after yourselves. Roger hates doing endo time because it makes such a mess. It's so easy to just take your scraps out, throw everything out, put the lead in here, and be done. So developer, water, fixer, water. Typically what I would do is developer, rinse it in the water, put it in your fixer, and then if it's busy in here, you can go to a sink and you can just use the sink to wash a fixer off. It doesn't have to go into this particular water. Okay? So, hold on, I'm going to grab another x-ray. Sorry, I forgot I wanted to tear one open. So, the inside, you tear it open like this. There's going to be a little black flap. You flip this open. Then you have your lead. So basically it's lead and then this black part in between the 2 black pieces. This is your film here. So if you pull it all out, this black piece is one piece. So it goes in like this. So when you open it up inside developer, pull this out, pull out your lead scrap, throw it in there. This part goes in the garbage, this part gets developed. Okay, so we'll do that with the film that I developed or exposed earlier. So I'm opening it up, pulling this out. I've got my little clip, so I just gotta stick it in with my fingers.
Yes, you need to. Well, she has a couple mustache pacifiers.
You can kind of look through the window to see when it's starting to get a picture. That's when you know it's done developing. Starting to get a picture now. You can adjust your time depending as you go get more experience, whether you need more or less time. Not really much of a picture in this. So I'm rinsing and I'm fixing. Once it's in the fixer, you can take your hands out. My little clip to hold it on the, so I have to keep one hand in there. And once it's in the fixer, you can even take this off and it'll be fine. I'd leave it in the fixer for a while before you do that though. I overdeveloped it. That's good actually. Probably could go a little longer in the fixer. I'm just going to rinse it in the sink. Now it's important that the radiograph is completely dry before you play with it too much. It's hard to see on the camera, but you know, maybe if I angle it towards the light, you can see a little better.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
So you can kind of see how I have both the radiographs, the facial and the proximal profile on the one radiograph. And that's how you do x-rays down in B28.